Hi there. This post is not going to be for some people, but hopefully it'll be helpful for others. And this is actually kind of cringy for me, admittedly, because I'm going to talk about myself and mental health. And that's something that is very weird to discuss publicly, because I don't really want a lot of attention around it, and it's not how I identify myself. But I know that, mental health is something that doesn't get spoken about enough, and particularly not in certain equine circles. At least that's been my experience, maybe up until about 5 years ago. But I feel like there's a big part of the equine industry that really struggles with mental health, because there's a lot of toxicity in certain disciplines and cultures surrounding horses. I don't know that it's more so in the horse industry than others, but I would venture to guess that there's a unique type of challenge with mental health in the horse industry, because these creatures are so amazing and we love them so much, and they bring up so much in us and causes a lot of dramatic changes to our nervous system because of how big and powerful they are, and the kind of fear that they bring up in folks, I think, is pretty unique to this industry. 2023 was I really struggled with mental health in 2023, and it, so much of my identity is wrapped up in horses and what we do with them and how we're perceived, and for me as a professional, how much progress I'm making, how many people I'm reaching. And that's a tough, it's tough. And it's a, challenging career on many levels. So the reason that I'm talking about this right now is because my response to stress or trauma with anything in life tends to be freeze. That's a pretty typical trauma response for a lot of folks. And the way that it plays out with me and horses is that I don't feel comfortable, or I'm not motivated to do anything with even my own horses that I love very much and want to spend time with. And so at the recommendation of some amazing professionals that I pay a lot of money to get input from, part of the process to break through that freeze for me is to get into a routine and a rhythm of any sort. And I know I tend to roll my eyes at New Year's resolutions, because I know there's so much change of patterning that needs to happen with resolutions. It's just not a one-time thing. It's so hard to just drop everything and be a new person the next day because of how resolute you are. You have to lay down new neural pathways and change patterns. But what do you do when you're in freeze? And the recommendation that I had from some wonderful people was to take baby steps and just start with a different and consistent routine, and particularly doing something novel with horses every day. So that's really what this is about today. I am trying to lay down new patternings in my life so I can get back to creating more and doing more with my horses and teaching more and learning more. And the idea of just, committing like, well, I'm going to work with each of my horses for an hour a day, or, for a certain amount of time per day. Reagan was pooping. What great timing. That seems like a lot. It seems like a lot to ask of myself. So instead, I am just committing to doing, for starters, at least, I didn't even put a timeline on it, a little bit of time each day with one of my horses doing something novel that we don't do very much. And that's why I've brought Reagan's out here. I went ahead and tacked him up in case I've got the inspiration to do more. But I'm just sitting on the bench and enjoying grass time with him, doing something different and unique than I would ordinarily do when I had time to work with him. So wherever you're at, mentally, I hope you take good care of yourself. I hope you let yourself off the hook and remove the pressure to do anything really. And maybe if you're inspired to try something different with your horse, perhaps that might be a way to break through some of the things that might be holding you back from progress or fulfilling your dreams. Or maybe it's the thing that will put you in a better mindset to stop comparing yourself to others and stop worrying so much about you and your horse. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. I hope this helps in some way. All right, much love. Say bye, Reggie.